Oh my God, everybody. I don't know what's happening. One moment, please. Phone notification. You guys, I don't even know if I'm on. So if you see me, let me know. I have to fix something here. Whoa. Hey now. I totally forgot. I totally forgot it was Monday night. I was literally sitting in bed watching a movie, which I'll tell all of you all about in just a minute when more of you pop on. And Greg happened to ask me, "Well, hey, what time is it?" Because it's late, and I was off today, and I'm not normally off on Mondays like all of you. And I'm thinking it's Sunday, so I'm totally just hanging out. I just watched an amazing movie with Greg that I'll tell you guys when more of you are on. I am on. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I totally forgot it was Monday night. Just in bed, Greg just happened to ask us. I mean, we were in bed, but we were watching a movie, and he just said, "What time is it?" The movie just ended, and he said, "Hey, what time is it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's 8:30." Gosh, and I'm like, "What day is it?" He's like, "Monday." I'm like, "Oh my God, it's 8:30." So I totally forgot that it was Monday, and I almost missed this. This is why I'm late for a little bit. So, oh, I'm so glad to see everyone tuning in. Hello, Denise. I'm assuming it's Denise, but is it? Let me know if it's Denise, Miss Purcell, or if it's Denise. I just don't want to pronounce your name improperly. Hello, Janine and Tyler, and Robin and Kerry and Antonetta, Lisa, Annie, Jackie, Laura, Jean. Hello, Marnie. Oh my God, I love the name Marnie. Regina, hey Kim, hello. You're getting actually to see this. Bonnie, Nicole, and Kathy. These are the ones I see so far. And Eileen. So that's the romper room rigmarole right there. um, so much to talk about, but I totally forgot it was Monday night. So there you go. If this is your first time tuning in, let me know, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm all discombobulated here. Hold on, I got to change my name over here. It's got to come here. Um, so yeah, it's Monday night, and I thought it was Sunday because I was home all day, and I had the most relaxing nothing day ever. Got a lot done, but also a lot of not done. And I love that. I was really relaxed, and I played with the dogs outside twice during the daytime and again at night because I'm getting a thrill watching Bailey, our 6-year-old lab, uh, play and pounce on Lil Baker, who is just the cutest thing ever. And I'm converted completely to this dog person. And I think something is happening in my body because I seriously love this dog. Like, I'm holding him and squishing his face and putting my face in his face. And yeah, so that was my day today. So I totally forgot that it was Monday night. So I'm glad you guys are popping on with me. So it's like Denise. Okay, good. I don't want to pronounce people's names incorrectly. Hello, Bernadette. How are you? And Rita, hello. Let's see. You love the book, Denise. Thank you so much. I actually today also sat down for the first time, and I have the idea for the next book. It just came to me today. I've been rattling some things around in my head for the last year. Everyone asked if I'd be writing another one. And when I first finished writing this one, I was like, oh God, no, I'm never doing that process again because I'm a big staller. But today, something came to me and I realized, aha, that's what my next book is about. And it's really not about mediumship. Again, it's more about, um, it's about connection, and how we all miss it and need it, and what it means to us and what it doesn't mean, and how we can make connection. What's the problem with why we are all feeling on some level disconnected? So that came to me today, and I worked on that today. So I had like a really productive, but like showered at one kind of day. We all need those. So hello, Carolyn. How are you? Nicole, hello. Kyle, hello. So yeah, my next book is just started this afternoon. Let's see. Yours are all lap dogs. Oh, so the puppy tried to be a lap dog for me today. And Marnie, last week I brought our brand new puppy that we only had for 3 days. So now we've had him 10 days and I'm in love. And I was never really a dog person ever. In fact, I really didn't like dogs for reasons in my past. And this puppy has completely changed my life and I'm obsessed with him and I love him. I love him. And we had somebody at our house today doing an estimate for something and he mentioned, oh, he's a no, he's not a golden retriever. He's a German shepherd. And I can see by his stance, he's being very protective of you. And I nearly melted and was like, oh my God, this puppy thinks he's going to protect me right now. So that was it. That's all I needed to know. And he tried to be in my lap all day, and he's just a little bit too big to be a lap puppy already. I brought him on last week. I don't know. Jack said he might want to come on tonight. And I said, if you do come down, just bring Baker with you for just a moment so we could just visit him again. So, for those of you who don't know, and if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Deborah Hanlon, and most people meet me initially by hearing that I'm a medium, which means I connect the physically living with the consciousness and awareness of the people and loved ones in our lives who have passed on or died. And I love that topic, but what that world has brought me to, in my own opinion, is something much more profound, and it's a study of the difference between our consciousness between life and death, and in death and in life, whatever each means. And ironically, in my opinion, life, the way we understand it, is actually more death than what death is or what we think it is. In fact, my opinion of death is more life. And my whole thing, my first book was all about how can we make here more freed up for living, truly living now. And today I had this whole thing about connection, that we're really missing connection. And by means like this, we think we're more connected, but technology actually has disengaged our ability to actually connect and be authentic. And so I think that's what we're all craving. I think that's what we all want. We want to see the real stories and we want to connect with people on their struggles and what didn't go right and how they've overcome things versus, hashtag margarita, we're having so much fun. And I like that too. I love everything shallow and lip gloss and I like Chanel everything. So I like the superficial crap of the physical existence. But I'm also really profoundly, truly intrigued by humanity, which don't confuse that. There's certain people I don't like, very few, but most of them are my family members. And humanity I really like. So on that note, today, Karen, I'll address that question in just a moment. That's a great question. So stay tuned for you and Vanessa. Sitting at Iona because you're back at school there, you too. Jack goes back to college Wednesday night, tomorrow Wednesday night. I'm all messed up with my days. So Anne Quinn, for many of you who know me, Anne was my therapist many years ago. And then over the years, I phased out of therapy. And then she became, I call her my spiritual mother. She's my mentor, my friend. Oh, I hear the dog. Oh my God, hold on. Hold that thought. Look who's here. Look at that baby face. I can't stand it. Hi. It's the mama. Hi. Remember here? Oh my gosh. Where are you going? This is Baker. The fact that he's being shy. The fact that I'm even holding a dog, right? And this is Jack, for those of you who have not met Jack. Where are you going? Look over here, look. Look, everyone wants to say hi to you. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, that's going to be fun. There he is. Can you see his face?
Whoa.
Look. Oh my God, I just love him so much. Right?
Hi.
Oh my God, we love him. You're famous, Baker. You're famous with the 12 people that are watching me right now. Just kidding. There's 52 of you, according to my count here, watching. Look, Tuba said Jim Baker. You don't know who that is. Hello, Sue. Oh my gosh. This cool hoodie.
You want to know why I put this on?
Why?
It's Chris doesn't really want the dog hair on it. That's the
Oh,
only reason
that's
why
nice.
it's on. Yeah.
So you're wearing your brother's sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't
Yep.
care. I don't care about doggy hair. Look how nice you're behaving. I just love him. I can't even believe it. They say women in 40 they either want a baby or a puppy, but I don't really resonate with the baby
You're
thing.
40? Okay.
Like I'm more than that. Baker, do you see yourself? Oh my god, he's so adorable. Jack bought him a new collar, but it's still too big for him. So I like the red though. Now you've seen everything, right, Shelly? I'm telling you. Either the world is coming to either the world is coming to an end. Oh my god, I'm choking. I think the world is coming to an end. What's that for?
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. What's that for?
My lips. Molly gives me. And actually, now that I'm down here,
oh my god,
I have to record a video for Ethan from the studio.
Oh, right now. So I was on a really fun point, but now we have puppy brain, and puppy brain makes me speak in a really high voice, and I just kiss him. Oh.
I would never ever let a dog do that to me.
I know. Jack and I were both the same about dogs. We're little like skeeved out, but he's so cute. It's a miracle. So the world is coming to an end. Yeah, you're not a baby person. I'm not a baby person either. I'm so happy. I love teenagers. I'm telling you, I love teenagers. And soon to be Mr. 19 years old, another month or so. So, oh gosh. Yes, everyone needs a little German Shepherd. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at your face. So now I'm going to speak in really high-pitched voices. You can't go down because he will totally pee. He was doing really well with the PB thing. And then he's not. Oh my god, I just love him.
Greg said, tell him to move the dog and tell her to move the dog and speak into the mic.
Speak into the mic. Well, the puppy's gonna bite the mic, which is fine. He's allowed to. I can't even stand it. I love him so much. I also realize it's another boy, and I just have a thing with little boys, I guess, which sounds really creepy. Oh my god, he's just a little love. So yes, the world is coming to an end because those of you who know me know that I've never been a fan of dogs. I don't like normally their fur. I don't like that they lick. I don't like that they smell. He was wet in the snow and I still let him touch me and I was playing with him in the snow.
And he stunk.
And he stunk. Hi. And he had a bath and he got a good report card. And I know, I'm talking baby talk to a dog. I can't even stand it. It's ridiculous. Maybe my next book will be converting to a puppy mommy. We just love him. It was a magical thing that happened, to be honest. A week ago Friday, I was sick all the week before. And I was in bed from like Tuesday to Friday. And by Friday, I was like, okay, I'm done sleeping and I need to get out of bed. And Jack was home and he said, let's go to the shelter. And I was like, yeah, right.
Because
like, I'm going to go to the shelter.
2 weeks prior, I saw him.
2 weeks prior, Jack and Molly went to the shelter and Jack saw him. Oh, hey, Molly. And yes, that is the Ann Quinn, Marnie. So they saw him and they were like, come to the shelter with me. And I wasn't feeling well. We had to bring Chris his jersey. So I was like, listen, I'll make a deal. If you run Chris his basketball jersey into school, then we, on the way home, will go stop at the shelter. So I was just doing it because I needed him to run into the school. And we get to the shelter. He's like, that's the one I saw 2 weeks ago. That's the one I wanted. And I was like, oh, that's cute. They put him in his arms. They put us in a room. And that was it. I don't know what happened. I saw these two connect like in a way I've never seen before. And I was like, he's ours. Like, we're supposed to be taking him home. And then a half hour later, we were walking out with the dog. So Walden Humane Society, this is where we got this little pumpkin pie. I can't believe that I'm calling. You don't even know. You've converted me. you're converting me, but you can't go on this floor because he's definitely going to pee in here. Oh, maybe you could do that. So that's how Baker came to our life.
Susan
So,
Krebs. I miss Krebs.
Hello, Miss Krebs. Oh, I just love him. Now, I just can't believe it. A dog. I mean, you guys don't understand.
Hey,
That's like,
no. What are you doing?
I don't know. The next thing you're gonna hear me do is like, it's like me becoming the Pope. I mean, it's just that crazy. It's just not.
Hey, what are you doing?
It's nuts. Is what it is. It's really nuts. My whole life I've been like, ugh, skeevy dogs. What I do not like is when everyone assumes that like everyone wants your dog to lick them and stuff. Because I don't think I'm there yet with people's dog. No, I'm positive I'm
I
not.
let him lick me.
I'll let him lick me, but I still don't even like Bailey licking me.
Whoa.
But he does.
There
I
you
think he
go.
gets the memo from me. Like I'm really not a fan of licks. You could chew on my hand, which is disturbing, but I love it. He's like, now I've got the hang of this whole stardom thing. So,
Hey, no, stop. You're okay.
Mr. Krebs said that you're looking good as usual.
Thank you.
What a handsome boy. Your puppy's cute too. Yeah, he takes after me. He's my little twin. The the Instagram filter that makes you look like a male. All right.
I think I should take him out.
Not really. I think he's okay. It's only equipment. He can bite it. It's fine.
Yeah, he was eating my charger before.
Oh, great.
I can't wait till his new collar. Oh, his new collar fits.
He's so adorable. I can't even stand it. So, oh my gosh. See, you had a big yellow lab that had kennel cough. You had to have her. That's what happened. It's insane. It's insane. The world is coming
cough?
to an end. It's a thing dogs get from, it's like passing a bad cough, I guess. Cold. I don't even know. The intuitive dog Baker. Ugh, it's just my heart. See, you've had dogs all your life and you still don't allow them to lick you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the licks. I'm really not like into that. So, yeah, he did choose us. So, that's Baker. And he's eating the table. And I'm calm about that. It's insane. So, on the note that it's not what am I talking about? Hi, hold on, you're so distracting. Mommy should take some Adderall before you come down because I can't. I'm too distracted. So, what I was watching was, he likes my lip gloss. See, he likes my Deborah branded lip gloss. He likes anything we have here. And my book. Oh, I was chewing on my book. So, the movie Greg and I were watching right before we came on, that, which is why I forgot that it was even Monday night, was a movie that Ann Quinn recommended to me. And I tried to watch it all weekend long and it wasn't working out. I can't believe I'm having a discussion with the dog in front.
Bro, I was literally going to make him an Instagram page too. Swear to God.
Oh, you should. See,
Hi.
Bernadette said to do it.
Bernadette
Oh, will you guys follow Bernadette? Not Bernadette Gillespie. Oh, hi. Oh, I was hoping he doesn't pee on the keyboard. That would not be good. Come here. This is crazy. I'm insane right now.
He's on your keyboard. Hey.
He's like for real on the keyboard,
No.
but I love him. Oops. All sorts of things are happening with the computer.
Oh, that's not a good view. Sorry, guys.
It's perfect. So, just if he pees, then I'll be a little upset, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Terrified. Why don't you put your hand? Oh, what are you doing? You're drinking my water. Oh my goodness.
Can I bring him up?
Look, sure. The cool thing is
I don't want to clean my room.
Okay. Did you throw laundry in? Do that first. Okay. So sorry, you guys. I'm so distracted. I just love this puppy. But the movie. Let me get to the movie. My God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Focus, Deborah. Focus. I am a different person. I don't know. I love him, but I'm a little afraid like the world is coming to an end. You don't understand. And I said it would be like me becoming the Pope, which is, I said that on purpose because the movie we just watched was called Two Popes. Who has seen it? Anne recommended it to me. I tried to watch it all weekend. My attention span wasn't there. A lot of it is in subtitles. I couldn't see without my glasses. It was one of those things. So, yeah, Two Popes. Who watched it? Let me know. Don't forget, for those of you watching on Facebook, Greg is seeing your comments, but I only watch for comments for those who are tuning in for YouTube. And if you need help with that, you can message there to ask Greg how to get to YouTube. So, Two Popes. Let's talk about it. You're back already. Let's move over. Look at all this dog hair I have on me. Look at that.
Me too.
It's okay. We love him. So, and Jack is just as much not a dog person as I am. So that's what's pretty cool. So the Two Pope movie. Love it. Love it. Love it. Greg saying you're killing us because the puppy was on the equipment. It's all fine. Whatever. Yes. Now can we get thumbs up? I should have asked for thumbs up when the dog was here. Oh my God. So I highly recommend for everyone to watch this movie. Unbelievable. I happen to really like Pope Francis. Not that I know much about him other than I do truly like his energy. I don't know his history. I know he was from Argentina. I know that he got rid of that golden throne and he's very simple. That was my knowledge of Pope Francis. I went to Italy first in 2015 and then again in 2016. And that made me feel like I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. We're in Francis's house. But watching this movie made me realize, oh my God, I just love this man. So what a cool movie. You have to watch it. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I didn't know any of this history. And probably all of you know way more than I did. I didn't know that I don't even remember Pope Benedict resigning. I don't remember any of that happening. That all happened in 2013.
I remember that.
You do? Really?
Mm-hmm. Grandma was crazy about it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where was I? I mean, I was around, but I don't remember really getting plugged in or all that like historically amped up about it. So, like I remember the space shuttle Challenger blowing up and I remember that being a big deal and I was like 10, but a mere 7 years ago, I don't remember like one of the biggest historical things happening in the world that a pope resigned. I didn't know that. I thought he died.
They chose the other guy. Doesn't like smoke come out?
Yeah. See, I'm so proud of you. Can you please watch this movie? Netflix when you're at school?
I have homework though for a textbook I don't even have. I just found out. So that's good.
All right, you're stressing me out. But please watch the movie Two Popes. It was just one of those things that you've got to watch. And a lot of his discussion is basically about people and connecting with people. So it's ironic that I started my new book today and then I culminated the day with that movie and it literally ended at 8:30 p.m., which is when I normally join on here. And Greg said, "What time is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's 8:30." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Monday night. I'm supposed to be downstairs." So that's why I was late.
I'll watch it if you and Greg watch the Notorious movie. Conor McGregor's movie.
Conor McGregor has a movie?
Mm-hmm. Of course he does.
All right. You first? Mm-hmm.
I think to see Greg sit down and watch it and then I'll watch it.
Why put me through torture? I behind Conor McGregor if you are. I'm fine. I really
Is this
fine.
Facebook?
That's Facebook, yeah.
Okay. I'm just getting used to my surroundings.
So this is Jack procrastinating with us tonight. So normally, for those of you who actually stayed on with us this long, you probably stayed on for the dog, but for those of you who stayed on, normally this is my opportunity that we can have kind of a conversation. You guys can type in questions like Kieran did. I did not forget about you, Kieran and Vanessa. And then I can discuss them from my point of view. Sometimes I talk about my book. Sometimes we just like plain. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's not. So Kieran asked a question that his roommate, Kieran goes to Iona. They are back at school already. And his friend Vanessa asked if Hitler was in heaven. And
it's a great question.
It is a great question. And people do not like my answer. So the deal is yes. Hitler does get to heaven, as do all other humans who reach any level or layer of horror and evil that he is. So yes, he does get to heaven, because what we have to remember is, and I wrote this in my book, Karen, so you really do have to read it when school's over in the summer. Read the book. We're humans, and our human self is flawed. We will mess up, and that's was all a theme in the movie Two Popes, which is why everybody has to see it. And our human self is flawed, and our spiritual self, our true essence, our energy of who we really are, that is never flawed. That's perfect. So the only thing that is occupying our energy is our humanity, and our humanity is what decides. Us being human decides: do I do an evil track or do I do a good track? How far along the spectrum between good and evil are we going to go? That is our human choice that we have. Hitler did not choose wisely. He chose that negative, evil path. However, when he passes, when we all pass, we all go through this, I call it the great download. It's a download. We also hear it's called the life review, and we see all of our actions throughout our lifetime, positive and negative, and we kind of see them in reverse. And not only do we see them in reverse, starting from the time we pass, going back to conception, but we also understand our interactions with everyone we had them. What are you doing?
Telling people to
join. Oh, good, thanks. So through the eyes of the people we came in connection with. This whole night is going to be sewn up nicely. So if we had a positive connection, we helped someone or we made someone's day brighter and better, in our life review, we're going to feel what we did to that person and the ripple effects that our energy had and played on that person. But similarly, anybody we've done wrong to, whether it's a tiny little wrong or a horrific Hitler level wrong, we will also feel the impact of the eyes of that person and the ripple effects that had on them. So Hitler is responsible for 6 million people being killed and tortured and starved. So on his deathbed, he had those 6 million people plus the ripple effect of all the 6 million people and their family members and friends and around the world, the ripple effect that affected. So he felt times billions the effect of his actions in a really negative way. Okay, you can have that, sure.
Oh, I thought it was like something bad or something.
No. No, it's just...
I was giving it to you because your voice is cracking.
Oh, thanks. That was nice. And then you took a swig.
Greg said you might have to turn up my mic, so this is a test.
Wait, his mic is on. Up.
No, he didn't. I didn't talk, that's why. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
Okay. Talk into it. Let's see if it's...
Hello, everybody. You're watching Deborah Hanlon.
So does that answer the question? So yes, his energy is part of heaven, as all of our energy is. It was his human self that was flawed and chose the wrong direction. But he, in his passing, will feel the 6 million people times the ripple effect, which is still going on today, of the negativity that he put into the world.
So he's going to be hurting.
He's going to be hurting. And he's going to be hurting for a very long time. And when I do also believe that when he does come back in reincarnated form, he will do the flip. He will have to do the opposite. And he will have to do 6 million acts of pure goodness times the ripple effect. So he most likely will, in a next lifetime, be a person who serves others and helps others. So it does balance itself out. But yes, his consciousness is in heaven because that is where we all are, and that is who we all are to begin with. It's just our human identity and ego that causes it to go haywire or not. So we have a choice. That's where our free will comes in. So that's a great question. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just have a one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know how you said he has to do 6 million acts of good? So does it say like someone like LeBron James just opened up a I Promise school for like kids, poverty kids? Does that mean he was someone bad?
Possibly.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily.
It doesn't mean, I know, yeah,
right,
I got it.
Yeah, that
but
they definitely were, but it's possible, which is what makes us have the impetus to do better here. But maybe that's not the next lifetime. Maybe it was 15 lifetimes ago, LeBron.
But either way, he's going to have to put it back out there.
Yes, in a positive way.
That's why I'm good to everybody, so I'm just living life.
Good. good. You should be good to everybody. Be kind.
Look
So
at
we're
Lisa.
good people, once evil bastards. Yes. Which, okay, so bring it all around. Let's go to the next level. As humans, we judge those who do evil, right? Because obviously nobody wants to, other than sociopaths, nobody wants to like inflict incredible harm on other people. Or want to do that regularly and actually act it out. Because I actually have felt like I've wanted to inflict harm on people. I just don't act it out. So maybe in my brain, but I don't actually do it. So we judge those people and we say, oh my gosh, we're so much better. I'm better because I don't do that. But really, where's the compassion among people? So we really have to take a consciousness and an awareness of being grateful that if you're not a sociopath in this lifetime, if you're not hoping to harm or do bad to others, that you should be grateful for your own humanity's choice of choosing the free will of doing well and putting more good into the world, and have compassion for the people that do not have the ability to do that. It brings it to another level and a layer. So maybe in another lifetime, maybe I killed all the people that I have to now bring through in readings. You never think. You never know.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah. On that note, let me.
What about that one? The karma.
So
I think it's true, bro.
Yeah. What was the karma question?
Is it real? I think it is. Because if I don't wipe the toilet seat in public after I go, I feel like hell is gonna break loose on me. Not lying. So is it true?
Well, that was your conditioning, because when you don't wipe the toilet seat in our home, you pay for hell. So it was a little bit of your conditioning. Your mother's response to you leaving pee on the toilet seat has caused you to be conditioned to be fearful of that, which I think was a damn good job that I did that. If you could only teach your brothers.
Yeah, really.
Because they're disgusting.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Yeah. So I do believe karma. Where's the karma question? I don't see it.
Go down. Right there. From Kelly. Purple.
Oh,
picture.
yes. Okay. What is your stance on karma? I do believe karma is real. Positive and negative. So think of it like a bank. Like your good acts are also getting measured. However, and I had a debate when I was in 7th grade with a friend who I had a crush on at the time, and I'll never forget it. He was, at that time, 7th grade, very, very, very aligned with Catholicism. He was. We went to Catholic school.
Dork. Oh my God.
What?
In 7th grade, you were worried about that?
No. I didn't finish the story.
Oh, I was about to say, you're a dork.
Well, I was a dork. But he was very much aligned with Catholicism at 7th grade. So he was the dork. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, true.
I'm just kidding.
That is true.
But he was very aware. And we had this debate because he said he does good acts because he wants to get rewarded. And so my thought in 7th grade was, if you're doing good acts only to get rewarded, are you really doing good acts? So that was a big debate, and I'll never forget we were in 7th grade having that conversation. I don't know who won. He's a surgeon now. He's doing quite well.
Yeah.
He's got 6 boys, actually, last
Jesus.
I checked. So that's my big thing. If I don't do good things with an expectation of good to come back to me, because to me that feels impure. That feels not like for the right reasons.
We did
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of the word that we used, but we did that in school.
Yeah,
if you do it for, like, if you do something good to get something good back, that means, like, what the heck is the word?
I know. I remember you coming home from school and having a big discussion about this. What is the word?
Senior year.
Altruistic?
Yeah. If you're altruistic. Yeah.
Yep. If you're truly altruistic. And we had a discussion. Mm-hmm. We had a discussion about that. About, what do you think? Like, do you...
I'm lost. Wait, say it again? I just blanked out. I know Anthony Markle's in here, so I'm just waiting.
Oh my God. Hello, Anthony.
So is Krebs, I think.
Hello, Krebs.
I look just like you.
So, how about lift the effing toilet seat? Yeah, that'd be nice. Anthony said you look just like your mom, cuz. That's right. That's right, cuz. He's lucky. He's lucky for that. So, what do you think? Do you think that if you do acts of good in order to receive...
Like, does that mean you're selfish, basically?
Right.
I don't know. It's hard. I mean... Like, celebrities like LeBron opened the I Promise school. Like, if he did that for, like, fame, like, oh, he's a good guy, like, that's kind of, like, selfish of him. I don't think he did it because of that, but, like, it's kind of selfish. But he is doing a good thing, so it's like...
I doubt he did it for fame because he already had the fame.
I'm saying, like, oh, he's a good person.
To make people think he is good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
That's
doing it
not
to
why he
make
did it,
himself
but
feel good. That's a
which is all.
different
No,
thing.
that was the other thing. If you do that, are you selfish? If you do it to make you feel good.
Ooh, I like that question.
Yeah.
See, if you do it in my mind, if you do it for anything good for a reward, and you're only doing it for a reward, to me that feels kind of selfish or fake. I don't even know if it's selfish. It
Fake.
just feels
Fake's a good word.
inauthentic,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing good and it feels good and you get the payback of the feeling of good, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But on that note, too, think about what we're doing to the puppy, that we give him a treat every time he pees and does other things outside. So we're conditioning him to do something.
To do good things.
Right. So can you be conditioned to do good
I mean,
things?
giving him a treat makes me feel good because it makes him feel good. So does
Well,
that make me selfish? God, I'm an asshole.
I know. You're such idiots. Well, it makes me feel good, too, when we give him a treat, because it means he peed outside and not on the floor in the house. So that also makes me feel good. So there's a lot to be talked about here. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's see. Nay Rogers. Yes, desktop no mode I think is way better than on the phone. Heaven, is it overcrowded? No. Nope.
Yeah, I meant to say, if like, is that why people like are born to be crazy? Because say heaven's overcrowded and like God, whatever, like it's like, damn, we don't have enough room. Is that why like people were like, I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Who's
no.
the guy like Nico Rodriguez, the the Parkland shooter? Like, was he born to be like bad because heaven was overcrowded?
Not because it's overcrowded. The universe is constantly expanding, and that's in physics. It's constantly expanding. So that means there's never not enough space, not enough room. So no such thing as overcrowding, because it's not a location. It's not a room, and it's not one container that holds people over there versus over here. It's consciousness. It's awareness. So that's a cool question, but no. And then me and Vanessa love your answer. Thank you, Karen. But if we go to heaven, why do we reincarnate? That's my whole question. That's what this book, my first book, was about. And kind of trailing into the second book is WTF? Like, why are we here at all? Because if we're naturally perfect, pristine energy, and then we take on a form known as our identity. My form is known as Deborah. Yours is Jack. Yours is Kieran, Vanessa, and so on. What's the point? The point is to experience our energy, our pristine perfectness, in different forms through each other. So in that regard, we really should be very appreciative of all the different forms, even the negative ones. Heavy stuff. Did you blank out?
Yeah, I was trying not to yawn to be rude.
Okay.
But like,
that's all right.
I'm
Well,
so
thank
tired.
you. That's nice. Look a squirrel. So, so why do we reincarnate? I do believe it is to experience different facets of God or of the universe or of the whole. I call it the collective whole, all of it, all of nature. The problem is we forget to look outward and see that we're all the same. Instead, we come from our own identity and we are taught, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm good, they're bad. We're conditioned like puppies for treats.
So everything relates back to puppies is what we're talking about.
Absolutely,
okay.
Because I'm born again into the world of puppies.
Okay.
Yes, it comes down to intention, Marnie. I would agree with that too. Going back to like, if you give, are you giving to receive? That intention is negative.
Oh, I just had a breakthrough. Listen to this.
Okay.
So you know how you're not a dog person, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What if Baker is your little brother Chris reincarnated?
Stop it.
What if he's him reincarnated and that's why we got him and it worked out so well?
Oh my God. Mute. Pause the broadcast. That is.
What if it's him?
Chris! my little brother's Chris, and then I named my son Chris. Oh my God. Maybe that is the genuine love. Maybe.
That just clicked.
That is the cutest thing ever. Gotta tell Grandpa.
He should be watching this.
He should be watching this. Oh my God, I love that thought. Because I was thinking he was Picasso, our cat that died. And I thought maybe, because I loved our cat Picasso, and I was like, maybe he's Picasso reincarnated. I never even thought about. I never even thought about him.
Because they all worked out like that.
It did.
Like, who buys a dog in 30 minutes?
especially somebody who doesn't want a dog and told you no, and I don't like dogs.
I know.
And I'm in love with him. You're right. His birthday was around October 11th,
When's
which was my good
Chris's?
friend's Mary Ellen's birthday. Chris's was November 17th. And he passed on May 31st, so not near October. But that's a really cool thought. I really love it. I love it. I'm sorry. Both of us, two squirrels. Oh, look, a squirrel. It's going to be good night. So Eileen is saying you aren't supposed to seek credit for good deeds. Random acts of kindness are always seen by God. Gracie says, I think it should be genuine without recognition. I like this, Eileen, exactly. But Dorothy is saying, like, doing something good is rewarding to you. If it feels good, I do. So it's all that same discussion. If you're doing it because it feels good to you, then that's good. Mm-hmm. If you're doing it to seek a reward, maybe not, unless you're a puppy. Carolyn is writing the commandment, honor your mother and father. I've done that with my parents. Both have many illnesses, but I do it because I'm a nurse and I love them. Yeah, I have a hard time with the honor your mother and father thing. But I'm working on it. I'm a fallible human being. Yes, Susan, I agree. Selfish gets a bad rap. The word selfish indicates that somebody is self-centered and only looking out for themselves. And at the same time, we're the only one responsible for ourselves. So being selfish is self-preservation at times too. So
I have another question.
Go ahead.
How come you don't pay attention to the Facebook Live? Because people are said we're hysterical. You should take your act on the road.
Oh my God, that's Dina. That's our friend. Here's why. Jack opened up the question is because I don't want to wear my glasses on camera, and it's hard for me to read.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to see. And I also do want people to tune in through YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, on Instagram Live, you could pin what you say. Like, I could pin, like, oh, join my mom's live. And whoever joins, even if they join 20 minutes late, they'll see that. So you should figure out how to do that on that. Pin it, and then so they know to come on YouTube.
I probably should also go on Instagram Live.
Right? You could do that.
Yeah, with my iPhone. Anyway. Oh, look, a squirrel. Thanks. Okay, Christine is right. Christine is writing, if LeBron was doing all that just to make himself feel good or to get rewarded, does it negate the good? The kids still have schools and opportunities, I think, if they're. Right. Yeah.
I feel like it's just a question you can't really answer. It's like impossible to answer.
Is it putting good out in the world? I guess that would be how I measure it. And it's their kids are having opportunities.
True.
And so I guess that's good. Yeah. Let's see. I always wonder how there's enough souls to reincarnate if the population has expanded so drastically, because it's not soul for soul. It's energy for energy, which is a different thing. Think of all the forms of energy in this moment, from every drop of water on the planet.
Potential energy.
That's
I'm kidding. I
know. Versus like trees and bugs and I saw a really cool thing that magnifies and goes into your body all the way down to space, to like the nucleus of an atom, and then within the atom and into the DNA, and then it's panned out all the way out into the universe, and that is just fascinating. I'll try to find it and post it later. It's better to see than me explain it. Christina says, is some kind of malicious intent behind a good act, then there's the problem or bad karma. Exactly. If there's malicious intent behind a good act, absolutely, I agree. Is it true when someone dies, a life is born at that same time?
I feel like not. My opinion is that I don't think that's how it is. Someone dies, a life is born, but I feel like there's so many people in the world that it just works out like that anyway.
Just balances out over time.
So many people like being born anyway. Like someone was born right now.
Right.
A kid named Jack was born right now as we speak, somewhere in the world.
And someday he'll find you.
Shake his hand.
I'll shake his hand. I don't think it's as like quid pro quo. I don't think it's like a ratio of 1 to 1. Like someone dies, life is born.
I feel like it just happens because there's so many people that.
Well, it's constant, because life is also like, what is life? We can get into that in debate.
No, please no.
Well, a cell is life, so the first cell that meets is bio. Life, right? So it's
Oh God.
Jack's a bio major currently. So on a cellular level, no, I think there's way more birth happening than death, which sounds really interesting. Oh my God, I'm gonna totally be obsessed with that one tonight. I'm gonna get back to you
at the Bronx Zoo. There's a ape counter in the world every time one's born, and it goes down to down and then up, 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 because there's so many being born and dying at the same time. So it's like
over
yeah,
time, it just
yeah,
is
it just
balanced.
I think it
But
just works out like I don't think it's like God says, okay, Jack Picaro died, Chris Picaro's being born. Like I don't think it's like that. I
one for
think it's
one.
just like he died. Oh wait, but Sally Sue over there had another kid. Bang.
Right. So hang on, slow down production. Right.
No,
Right.
it's like it just happens. Yeah.
Right. But cellularly, more is being birthed all the time. Although at the same level, cellularly, as we're talking here, we've all had cells die within our body. So death and life are constantly yin and yang. But I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Can I take your diffuser to school, by the way, now that we're on energy thoughts? Okay, cool.
Yes. Oh my God, Jack, I thought that about her brother last Monday when you were watching. Christina, you did? Did you share that with me? I don't think you did. But oh my gosh, I love that thought. My God, I'm going to go up and my brother used to play with a R2D2 thing, so now I have to get him an R2D2
toy.
Yeah. Oh my God, totally hit the insanity zone though, but it's all right. It's all good. A few times a week, you feel a sensation on your scalp, like someone is touching it. Do you think loved ones can create tactile sensation to connect with us? Yes. And I know that sounds crazy. Over the years, I've heard them say that, like, oh, you felt me touch you felt me. But there was the one reading many years ago that actually sealed the deal for me on the whole tactile thing. And I was talking to a young mom, and she had a baby girl. I think she was at that time maybe 3. But the young mom's mom had passed before her new baby was born. And the mom who passed was saying to the young mother in front of me, oh, she just keeps telling me that she's touching her hair and smoothing her hair. And it was right here. And I kept making that motion in the reading. And the young mother is absolutely hysterically crying. And I thought, God, of all the things I told you, like that one's not the coolest to me as the medium. I'm like, yeah, no, she keeps and over and over and over. And she couldn't get her breath together. And then she said, my daughter's hair is, what do you call those curly cues? Like screwdriver curls? What are they called? Oh my God. I always get these things wrong. You know, like those Irish step dancer curls. They're really curly. My daughter's hair is really curly. I could have just said it like that. Except for right here, they don't understand, but her hair is pinned straight. But it was curly over here, but right where I kept saying the mom is flattening or rubbing her head, that's where the little girl's hair was straight. And that was the proof to me of like, oh my gosh, so somehow they really can touch us and have an impact and a feeling. So yes, absolutely. You're not crazy for thinking that. How cute is your son's answer to the dog? Love it. I love that too.
Should be a philosopher.
You should.
Forget bio. What can I do?
Philosophy
What would that be?
major.
Psychology or philosophy?
Philosophy. You could be a professor.
Have to take
You could
psych.
work with your mother.
Have to take psych.
Yeah. You're taking psych.
I am.
I think you're going to love it.
Can't believe I have homework, bro.
Every time you say it, I get a little nervous in my own stomach, like I have homework. Okay, your new pup will teach you many lessons about yourself, like patience and pre-planning. That, like, I'm a mom of 3 boys that are teenagers, and they're really good kids, 15, almost 17, almost 19. That means I've been a mom for 19 years, which means I've worked hard to raise children, but they did not teach me patience or planning. But the puppy did, because I'm realizing, oh, I got to let the dog out. So I've got to, like...
I've taught myself how to... I potty trained myself. I did.
You potty trained yourself. I have some stories for you about your potty training, I recall vividly. But I was never really a pre-planner as a mother, but the puppy has made me think ahead, like, oh, I've got to take the dog out, so I better get up, 15, 20 minutes earlier. Meanwhile, with you guys, I would just bring you in the bed and be like, let's all go back to sleep. Yeah. So there we go. Lauren is saying, if only receiving is feeling good in your heart, then it's worth doing it. Doing good to make my own heart feel good is the only recognition I need. I agree. Let's see. Aren't you going to have to work at H&R Block or be a pope? You just connected to your brother. Nice job, Jack. That's an awesome breakthrough. Yes, last week I said I'm going to be working as an accountant at H&R Block, or I'm going to be the pope. Although I like Pope Francis, so I Not that I think I could be the Pope, because I definitely can't.
What does the
But
Pope even do?
like on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, like, do they just like preach or something? Like, aren't they like religious people? Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Like the most religious people in the world, basically.
Do you know that my father's very Catholic parents are dying right now, that their great-grandson is asking the question about the Pope?
No,
So
I'm just like,
forgive
I know
me,
what he
Grandpa and
is, but
Grandma.
I don't know what he does on that.
He's head of the entire Catholic
The
Church.
church. Oh yeah,
Right.
okay.
He
Duh.
lives in the city of...
Italy, somewhere in Italy.
Yes.
Right?
What city?
If you give me a multiple choice, I would know.
Rome. But it's the
Rome?
place where he actually
The
resides.
Vatican.
Yes. Good. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Talking about helping others as to what the mom and daughter who lost their home in a fire need. Yes, Maria. A woman was at my gallery yesterday, and after the gallery, she went home, and on her way home, she actually saw her neighbor's house catch on fire, called the police, and within 18 minutes, the entire house was engulfed, and their dog died.
That's
Their
sad.
dog died. And it's a mother and daughter locally here, and I posted it um, on Facebook in my page for the center. So if any of you have not joined the center, look for the group, the Center for Being, Knowing, Doing in Newburgh if you want to join it. That's where I post my classes and meditations. So I put a little call out saying, like, stand by, because I want people, if you have things that they will need in the next coming days, to donate. So yes, that'll be coming up. I'll be talking more about that this week on Facebook. I just didn't want to ask for stuff and then overwhelm the family with getting a ton of stuff they don't need. So I want to.
And going back to the altruism post thing, I don't think it is selfish. Like, if I gave these people something, it's not because I want to, like, if it makes me feel good, it's helping them. So it's like, whatever.
Right. But if you're doing it like, ooh, good, I'm going to do this.
They're going to know me as a good person.
Right. Yeah. Or even someday
I'm going to get it back.
Right.
True.
Then
I don't think it's selfish. I don't think it's selfish.
I don't think doing
if I go in there like, all right, if I give these people $1,000, I better get $20,000 in return later for being nice. Like, right. I think that's selfish. That's pretty selfish.
Or expecting them to give you back. That would be really wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine. That'd be horrible.
How would you?
Jack, have you ever had someone brought through for you on a reading?
I never had a reading. I don't even like no one. No one. Thankfully,
they don't even know what that is.
Has passed that I like in family with.
Right. Really. That's good.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Yeah. No. The kids wouldn't even really know what a reading really is. I mean, you've been to galleries.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely not a topic of conversation in our house. Like, Mom, how are your readings today? It's been cold the last few days. There's going to be a lot of kids born in 9 months. That's your. Let's see. Christina didn't share that. Wishing you did now, but hand to God. I believe you, Christina, because I know you wouldn't say that. I thought it the second you said it. Connection. You knew the puppy had to come home with you. I love that. Banana curls. Thank you. Or corkscrew curls. Ringlets. Ringlets was the word I was thinking of. Does Jack have intuitive mediumship also? New to learning about my family. Well, thank you, Maria. Do you think you have mediumship stuff?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
No random thoughts that don't pertain to you run through your head 24/7?
What do you mean? Like, if I'm thinking like, oh, Uncle Chris is here, like that?
No, it's like all of a sudden.
I think of someone and see him like you do every day. So yeah. Like yesterday. Or 2 days ago at Marshall's.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
That was weird.
That was. Is she on here? I don't know if Linda's on here, but I was totally thinking of somebody, and then 12 seconds later, she showed up at Marshall's. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I lost it. What were you
Do I have mediumship?
Right. Oh, but like if I'm in the store and I'm waiting online, it doesn't really happen to me anymore because I just don't tune into it like in the store. But years ago when I was in the store and I'd be online, I'd all of a sudden have this like random thought about that one time at the circus where the elephant went wild. And then I realized to myself, like, I've never been to a circus where an elephant went wild. But like if I ask the person, like, you ever go to a circus? And they're like, yeah, it was crazy. The elephant went wild. I was picking up on their memories or their thoughts with their loved ones. So no. Okay, that's good.
I've never been like, Oh, did I go to the Oh, wait, that wasn't me. Have you ever been to a circus? That's never me.
That is my life. That wasn't me. No. I do remember one time I was on the supermarket line and I was like thinking about the time that we were skiing in Aspen and Michael broke his leg. And I had this whole thought about how terrible that trip was to
Do you even
Aspen.
know Michael?
I've never been to Aspen either. And I don't ski. But so in that moment, I happened to talk to the person in front of me online. And she was like, oh my God, my husband and I were just in Aspen and my son broke his leg, Michael. And I was like, shut up.
Did you say it to them? Because if you saw what you said to me, I'd be like, what the heck is she on?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I did.
It's pretty weird.
But it was validated for me in that moment. That's how I learned, like, oh. Let's see.
But maybe I do have mediumship because didn't you become aware when I was born that you were
I did. That's true. Your pregnancy
You're
opened it wide
dude.
open. You are a special dude. You ate. Jody, we were just talking about Bernadette Gillespie, and now Jody's here. Hi, Deborah. So why do good people pass when really bad people live and still inflict pain to others?
That's
Trust
fact.
me.
That is fact.
That is fact. I think of this daily. I really
Me
do.
Too.
We all have this time and date and this expiration when we're going to go, and that's our time and date. So it doesn't make sense. I remember my grandmother was approaching 100 years old, and she had for many, many years, I'm talking like 20, 30 years, had been saying like, I've lived a long life. I'm good. I'm ready to go. And here she is waiting to die. And meanwhile, there are young children who are way too young. They shouldn't die, and they have a whole life ahead of them. So there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. No rhyme or reason. But that's also what I was writing about today, is that we all, when we have any kind of negative anything happen to us, the very first thing we all do as humans is we ask, why? Why did this happen to so-and-so? Why did this happen to me? Why didn't that happen to so-and-so? Why didn't it happen to me? And that the question why is the function of why we'll never get the answer, because asking the question why is engaging the logical mind. And the logical mind is not a connected entity. It is basically a supercomputer. And it literally is trying to find the answer why. And tonight when Greg came home, I was talking about this to him, and I said, even if I told a parent, hey, listen, your child died, but because they died, 10,000 children in Africa actually got to live and thrive. So your one child was kind of the sacrifice for 10,000. That's still not a good enough reason for that one
pissed.
parent.
You said that to me.
Right, I'd be furious. But it's still not a good enough reason to be like, oh, okay, now I get it. Because the next question will most likely be, well, why him? Why was it my kid? Yeah. So the question why will never be answered because it's formulated with the logical mind. The whole point is not to ask why, because there are no reasons, there are no answers that are ever going to be sufficient enough to answer that. So what do we do then is that's when we go into connection mode and connect on our humanity. That one person's negative event is just as big as someone else's negative event. And I was thinking about all of you who come to my meditation group regularly, and I was thinking of all the different horrible scenarios of life that have happened to all of you. Maria's partner dying, Dorothy's daughter passing, Eileen's entire family passing, Eileen born with a disability, Grace being shut down in preschool. I was thinking of James, your best friend, dying suddenly and tragically. I was thinking of Aaron, who comes to my meditation group with his afflictions, and all these people and all this incredible stuff. Jennifer, whose daughter was diagnosed with cancer at age 11. I was thinking of all of you and thinking, my God, we're amazing people. We're amazing human beings, and that we forget to connect on the real stuff, and we all get totally superficial and really stupid and worried about the really dumb stuff. So the question why, Jody, is never, ever going to be sufficiently answered for our logical minds. So it just is. And then we connect with what is. And Dorothy, it would make sense that Dorothy has that question too, because why did Dorothy's daughter pass and not someone who was waiting to die, wishing to die?
That's annoying.
It is. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's see. I think people go when their work and lessons are done for that life. I agree, Marnie. I do think there's a lot to that on a soul level and spiritual level. Obviously, on a human level, a 23-year-old girl is not supposed to pass according to our chronological age and human mindset. But on a soul level, her work may have been done here, which will lead her family to ask why.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you know how people are in a coma
Mm-hmm.
and like they can hear and like know what's going on in the room, but they can't say anything?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you are when you die? Like you just like you see everything. They can talk, say stuff to you, but you can't say anything to them.
Yes and no, because somebody in a coma can actually feel the limitation of not being able to
But like,
say back. But
okay,
when you're dead, you don't have that, oh my
you
God, I
know you're
have to
dead
get
though,
this
right?
mess. You know you're dead, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't get that, you actually get a completely connected feeling and not feeling like, oh
So
my
you feel
God,
like you're left, like you're not left out.
at all. Right.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. That's a good question. Sue is asking, do people have multiple exit points when they have a choice to pass? I do not believe so. And I have heard over and over, and I'll never forget the reading that really hit that one home. His name is Tony, and he passed. I was going to say October 11th, which is Baker's birthday, but he passed October 8th. And I remember him coming through when he passed, and he was the one that really firmly explained that we all have a time and a date. We can choose how we go. And that's where our free will comes in, but we cannot choose the when. And I have heard mediums say otherwise, and I have heard many, many stories of people who have had a near-death experience, and they were given the choice to go back. But I do believe my gut on that is that they were given the choice to make it appear that they had a choice. I don't think they really had a choice. They were kind of like they're claiming their power and saying, "Yes, I want to be back into human form." When I believe that they were not going to pass, even if they said, "Okay, I'd like to stay here," they were going to be like, "Yeah, well, you're going back." So I do not believe that, and I have not heard anyone on the other side in almost 20 years doing this ever say they had a choice and they chose to die. And most people who are asked the choice want to die because it feels so much better over there. So I don't believe we really, really have that choice. Missy, I like tonight. I like tonight's topics. Missy's asking, can our loved ones reach out to us in dreams or in a dreamlike state? Absolutely. They totally can. I do believe people are either dream people or not. I'm not. I don't really get any connection or communication that way. I explained at my gallery yesterday that I do see more often that people who are much more logic and science oriented here in physical form tend to get more dreams. So the more believers in all of this actually get less dreams than the non-believers. And I believe that it's because they can't push away a dream. You can't logic your way out of a dream. Let's see. I think you're right about our times established when we take birth. My best friend passed in a car accident a little over 5 years ago in front of Montgomery Elementary. I remember. I know this. I know this family, Christina. Her sister passed a few years before, 7 years before, if I remember correctly. We wonder why. I do too. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I've sat with many people who've known both of them. And yeah, one family had two girls pass 7 years apart in crazy, crazy fluky accidents. It makes no sense. There's no logic that I could explain around it.
That's facts. There's a predetermined date when we're gonna die. What's the point of eating healthy?
Okay, so Nicole, yes, and of course that comes from you because Nicole is the healthiest eater I've ever met. So when I said we have a choice in how we die, but not when we die, that means we have a choice over the quality of our life, but not the quantity of our life. So the point of eating healthy and making the right choices is to give ourselves a better quality of life versus the quantity. So do you want to be sick and feeling yuck when you don't know when your expiration date is, or do you want to actually feel good? And I actually talked about your grandmother, your nanny, my ex-husband's my ex-husband's mother, Jack's nanny. She smoked cigarettes, drank Coca-Cola, and ate M&Ms every day of her life. That's it. I don't even remember her eating food. That was all I remember her eating. And she's still alive, but she has a horrible quality of life. And do you know how old she is? Maybe 78,
78.
9,
Yeah, 78
78.
sticks
Yeah.
out to me. I don't know why.
All right, good. So she's about 78, and I know a lot of people who are 78 who are still
Golfing.
golfing. Oh my God.
It's weird.
Wow,
Reminds
look
me
at
of Aunt Patty
us.
when golfing
Yeah,
comes to mind.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so her quality of life was diminished, but the longevity of our lives is not under our control. That's a great question. And Christine, I'm sorry that she was your best friend. That was a terrible accident. She and her boyfriend died together. Carolyn is asking,
Jeez.
how do you know that your job move was just a stepping stone and not a long-term path? Remember, don't forget that question.
I probably will.
I believe all challenges are stepping stones, but I'm struggling to know when my next move is. Carolyn, that's a good thought. If we don't know, when in doubt, do nothing. So when you don't have that feeling of when, that means it's not time. And I always use the analogy in sessions when people are saying, when is this going to happen? I always use this analogy that if I asked all of you tonight, what's tonight's date? January 20th. If I asked all of you, Thanksgiving 2020, what are you going to wear? Where are you going to sit? What are you going to cook? What are you going to bring? And what conversation are you going to talk about on Thanksgiving? Absolutely every single one of you would look at me like I'm nuts and wonder why the hell I'd ask you such crazy questions. However, if I asked you that same question a day before Thanksgiving, what are you going to bring? What are you going to wear? Where are you going to go? You probably have those answers. And certainly the night of Thanksgiving, you will have had all those answers. So if you don't have an answer, it's usually not time to know. So remember that. If you don't get that intuitive pull, it doesn't mean like you don't know what's going on and you don't have intuition. It just means you've got to kind of step back and be quiet for a little bit longer and feel your way through the next move.
Hmm. So
yeah,
the boyfriend and girlfriend died at the same time. Does that mean that they literally were meant to be together because their death dates were on the same? If you say you're born with a death date, basically, which sounds horrible, but whatever.
Yeah.
Death date, does that mean that they had the same exact date and they met and they were just supposed to go at the same time?
Yep. Which is also part of why they met. Because if their same day was, yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow. So let's go into deeper thought with this one. So would that God be like, they met each other because they were supposed to go on the same time? It sounds really bad, but would it be easier for them to go together and, like, say the person who hit their car, would it be better to hurt one person in a car crash than them being separated, not meeting each other, and dying the same way at the same time and hurting two people instead of one?
Well,
Or
on
does
the
that
same
not doesn't
thoughts,
matter?
it would be also in that person's fate to get hurt, so that person wouldn't not get hurt anyway.
So, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Huh. So when big like tsunamis, you should read my book. All right, in summertime. I told Kieran he can wait till after school, so you can wait till after school. But in times of tsunami, when there's like 250,000 people who are killed at one time because of one event, that's how connected we are to nature itself. That the Earth knew that in a very small proximity of space, 250,000 people had a death date. So in order to make that happen, the Earth has to respond, which causes tsunami. So we do have an effect on weather in that way.
So all those people who passed the tsunami all had the same time they were going to go?
Exactly.
Jesus.
Which is
That's
Earth
crazy.
knew that.
Wow.
Earth knows that. 9/11.
That makes a lot of sense.
3,000 people had that death date, which is why...
Including the people on the planes. Wow.
Yep, which is
so
why
people
that
who
all
survived,
happened.
it just wasn't their time to go.
Exactly.
Wow. So same with people who like jump off bridges. They don't go. It's not their time.
Exactly.
Wow. This world is a crazy place, man.
Oh my goodness. My best friend was killed, or best friend or boyfriend was killed in a car crash. Oh, boyfriend. When he was 17, I was on my way to meet him when I came upon the accident. I've been asking that for 59 years. Wow.
That's awful.
That is awful. Ellen DeGeneres, I just heard her do an interview and she had the same exact thing, that she was with a woman and they kind of got into an argument, or Ellen was very short with her. So the girlfriend left wherever they were, got into a fatal accident, and Ellen left shortly after, saw the accident on her way home and passed it. Didn't even know it was her girlfriend that passed, and suffered extreme guilt for that whole scenario. Let's see. Christina, I always tell you I wish I was closer to come in for a reading. Moved to Montgomery from Montgomery to North Carolina, since she's my person you'd love to hear from. And when it's time, either through me or through another medium or through all sorts of means, if you see someone with her name here tonight or someone mentions her name, that's not a coincidence. So Christina, open.
It's a wink.
It's a wink. That's right. Broaden your ability. You will hear from her. I have no doubts. In the next few days, you'll get a strong wink so that you know this is all. It's like the proof. It's all real. Exactly. Wow. Marnie said one of her friends ran the New York Marathon when she was 80. That's amazing. I
couldn't even do that now.
I know. I couldn't. Ugh. Okay, James said, I know there's a resting period after death, depending on the situation health-wise in life, determines the rest period, for example, cancer, but after that, are you given a choice of what you want? Hold on, I read that too fast.
Yeah, wait, I'm confused.
I read that. I know there's a resting period after death, depending on the situation health-wise in life, determines the rest period. But after that, are you given a choice of what you want? You mean the next lifetime? Are you given the choice of the next lifetime? And I'm not familiar with a resting period after death before coming back in, although I do know that researchers who research past life regression, more so in the East, because they are much more big believers about past lives. So there's a lot more recall that happens for children, particularly in India. So there's a lot of research out there about this, and it's very unlikely that a person would reincarnate within a generation or two. So I'm not sure if that coincides with how someone passed. Let's see. To stay, return our job or position in spiritual life. Be clear about that, James. Rewrite that so I understand it better. Okay. Oh, Christina said her friend and the boyfriend that were killed, they were actually born 4 days apart too. Heart shapes find me and shiny pennies. Any idea who they're from? Lauren, that would be more like in personal intuitive questions. So I'm not doing like personal intuitive questions, more generalized stuff, which 2 weeks ago I did a lot of personal intuitive questions, and I throw that in there every once in a while.
Yeah,
but
you should do like every first
time.
Monday of the month is personal ones. Keep the fans happy, you know.
Keep the fans happy. However, then only they will tune in on the first Monday night. So it's kind of like I throw it in there because my faithful people who still tune in, because people actually do think I'm cool and they like me. Mm. You do too, though.
Yeah.
You do. I know you love your mother. I let you get Baker.
Yeah, but that's your little brother, so.
So Baker.
I don't even think it was like, it's not even like I let you have him, like, because
no,
like,
totally
I think you love him more than I do.
I do. Ridiculous. I miss him. I think if only one of them passed, the other would be destroyed. Not that I want either of them to go, especially her, but I couldn't imagine the pain the other would carry. Sure. Absolutely. Survivor guilt is terrible. So yes, Nene, yes. Do I feel something? Oh, do I feel something before something big like 9/11 or tsunami happens? No. Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, you don't feel negative energy when there's a big like. Mm-mm. I mean, unless what if it was like me, Ben, and Chris were in a car?
Ugh,
would you feel that like, oh wait, they shouldn't drive? Because you did. I know a bunch of times you're like, I wouldn't go to that party or whatever, and then cops show up, and people get arrested, even though they didn't do anything.
Right, that's so, a little different. That's called mother's intuition.
No, but like, I'm just using it as an example.
That's called 300 people are invited to that party. Don't go.
That was a fun night.
I would like to think that I would know, but I've sat with so many parents, but mothers in particular, who had no idea that their kids had passed and are suffering so much guilt because as mothers, we're supposed to know. So I know logically that no, I probably wouldn't know because I sat with so many women who hate the fact that they had no idea. Yes. No, Lauren, don't worry about it. No problem. Okay, let's see. You tell your son you're cool all the time. I know I try to tell them that I'm so cool, but I think you guys love me. I do. I feel loved by my sons. That was the other thing. Baker's a boy, and I just think I have a thing for boys.
Yeah, because
so creepy.
Remember, all the other dogs were nice, but the one you wanted was a girl. She was not feeling you.
No, she wasn't. Like no, you know what happened with that? We saw another little girl puppy. German Shepherd, and it's Baker's sister, so go to the Walden Humane Society and go get her if someone didn't yet.
We should just get her so they could be together.
Oh, no, that would be too much.
Why? But they'll be big good dogs together.
But Bailey's good. Bailey's happy. Bailey's like jumping around the snow. They played in the
Bailey
snow
is
today for
happy.
like a long time. I was out there with them and they were having a fantastic time. So Baker finally likes the snow. But the little girl there was not feeling well when we went to see her, but she caught my eye and she was really tiny. I was like, I want to see her. I want her. But she wasn't feeling well because they just had anesthesia because they got fixed. And Jack had a thing with this other dog, Baker, and I was like, I literally heard like, listen to Jack. I literally heard that. Like,
Well, that
and
was
I
the
was
same
that's why I
dog
didn't
in
even
the video
press
that
it.
looked at me. We looked at each other and was like, I told him, I was like, I'm gonna get you. I
Because it
said
was
it.
your Uncle Chris.
No, I said it to him. Ask Molly. I swear, I was like, I'm gonna get you when I come back, and he came.
Oh, God, I can't even. I can't even. It's craziness.
I need to shave. I'm so itchy.
Okay, when's my next gallery? Very good question. I think it's January 29th at the Poughkeepsie Grand. Let's see. One more. Yes. January 29th at Poughkeepsie Grand. And then after that, not really sure. One moment, please. Let's see. I'm going past Valentine's Day so far. Wow, I don't really have that many coming up. I thought I had one at the center. January 29th, and then nothing on my books right now until March, but I could be wrong. So January 29th for sure. Okay, I was doing, and Carolyn, isn't that where we met, I think, at the Poughkeepsie Grand? I was doing tarot before 9/11. I kept getting the tower. I thought it meant I was in deep shit, not the world. That's funny. I mean, it's not funny to make jokes about 9/11, but that's a good one. Okay. People who die because of suffering here need to purge the suffering. They can still take it with them, so to speak. My belief is heaven is what you want it to be if you want to take on a position. That is an interesting concept, Mr. McIsaac. Congratulations on selling all your art, too, by the way. You can post where your gallery is so people can look at your art in Pennsylvania.
Does he take personal? Like if I wanted a picture of something painted, will he do it?
Yeah. Well, I'm speaking for him. I think it depends on what it is, but I know he does commission. Yeah. Why are you thinking about getting a picture of Baker now?
No, actually, well, I do. No lie, I want a shrine of like Conor McGregor, Baker Mayfield. You could throw Baker the dog in there, and a bunch of other people. If you could do that, please comment because I'm looking for that. No lie.
Do people? I know he does landscape stuff.
I mean, that's pretty cool too. Like,
but I think he does people. Missy, I did the same thing when I went to get a puppy. Had my heart set on a girl, and then their little boy from the same litter chose me. See, I just love boys. See, it's a thing. It's a thing. And the boy followed me everywhere. The girl could have cared less.
Yo, could we please get in contact with him?
Yes, Jack.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, we will connect you. Cool. You've met James. He's been at our house. He was here last New Year's Eve. Yeah. And he was here for our Halloween party.
If I saw him, I'd probably know him.
Yeah, very, very tall. For me to say that, he's pretty tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll see him. And I need that. Like McGregor, Baker Mayfield, who else?
Your birthday's coming up.
It is. But you're getting me California tickets.
Right.
Plane tickets.
Let's see. That's right. You have two crazy boys, Massimo and Marciano. I feel like we met with those. I know someone else who has two boys with the exact same name, so that's like not a coincidence.
Where are you reading? Oh.
Carolyn, you're in Greenwich, Connecticut. You'll see what you could do. Have to figure it out. I think I have one in February at the center, but it's not on my calendar there. What is the date again for your gallery at Cahoes? Oh, I know that's in March.
Was that the place in Albany?
Yeah.
I like that place.
I do too. I believe that's March 18th. Yes. I believe that's March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day up in Cahoes. I don't know if they've released tickets yet for that. The following day, March 19th, is Greg's birthday. Okay, stay in heaven. It did, Marnie. I know you didn't try to be funny, but it sounded funny the way I read it too, so then I laughed too. Yes, Carolyn, you met me at Poughkeepsie Grand and you bought your book then. I remember, didn't I like photobomb your picture or something? I don't think I've ever done that before.
Whose baby did I hold at that gallery?
Oh,
he was cute.
Gosh. Oh my God, Tim's baby. But Eileen, what is Tim Stowell's little baby's name? Walter. It's little
Yeah, it was
Walter.
Walter.
Oh,
He was really cute.
Cutie pie. And that's another one. Tim had twin boys, and his son, twin boys, and his son Ben passed at, I believe he was 11 from rare cancer.
Jeez.
Yeah. So again, like, why does that happen? And then he had this little baby Walter many years later, when Ben's older brother, I think, was 20. So a lot of you here know them. So what else do you have? What else? What other questions do you guys have for me? Don't forget to do thumbs up too. I appreciate so many of you sticking around for so long.
And not many people left, to be honest.
I know, that's
I'm
amazing.
keeping the people.
You're
Usually
keeping
it's
people.
dead when I come on, and it's just you.
You're the one they like. Anyone have questions for Jack? Well, I put on my Deborah lip gloss that smells so delicious.
In stores now. Use code Deborah at checkout, 20% off.
Do I believe in true soulmates? Lucy, that's a good question.
I do.
I definitely do, but I don't believe in them in the typical way that, because people believe, I've heard many times people say you only get one soulmate, and I disagree. I also disagree that soulmates are intimate relationships. You can have a sibling be your soulmate. I believe you're one of my little soulmates, so your child could be a soulmate.
I'm kind of mad that no one talked about how we finish each other's sentences before, because that's like
I know.
that's like a thing, but like no one really gave it any credit.
No one really realized that with the golfing, and then we did this, right?
No
I know. Yeah, they're not paying attention.
We do look alike, though.
We
It's
do.
kinda
I
weird.
know.
It's gross.
Wait, can we show them the Instagram thing? Hold on, you guys. You know Instagram. It's Instagram,
Snapchat.
right? Oh, since Snapchat.
Yes.
It had that's oh God, I hate when my face on. Hold on. So, hold on.
You're holding it like such an old lady.
Why?
Just do one hand like this.
Well, I have to. What's happening?
Like this. Oh,
Look, I'm you.
God.
Wait. Wait, my hair's in the way. Hold on. You guys have to see this. You guys, you are all gonna be the. You guys tell us what you think here.
You look like Uncle Johnny in that.
Ugh, terrible. No, I think. I'm
Kinda look
so
like-
scared. Wait, are you?
Ew.
But I think
The
I
hair
look
is
like
the
you.
grossest part.
Oh God.
Oh, is he? Wait, don't
so
smile.
gross.
Don't smile.
No. God.
Wait, use flash though. Okay,
But
now
that
go.
jawbone is terrible.
Bite your cheek. I just thought you had
I
to
look
take
like
a
a
selfie.
drug addict.
You do look like a heroin
Okay.
guy.
But wait.
Wait, you're saying I look like a drug addict then?
Well, no, my eyes look weird. But wait, you guys, can they see this?
You have to focus.
This.
Put it like this.
Okay, this is me.
Explain that you have a filter on first.
It's a filter on Snapchat that makes you look like a male. But I think, now put your face here. I think I look just like him.
You look like a mugshot, like
I know. it's
child predator.
scary.
Kill a bunch of people.
Pardon. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show Facebook people. Oh my God. Whoever screenshotted that, I'm going to die. So I think that me as a man looks like you. Only you look like the better version. Ugh. God.
That's depressing.
Let me show you Greg as a kid.
Abandoned.
Abandoned?
Right there, yeah.
Abandoned. Oh, terrible. But look, I took a picture of Greg as a child.
Ew.
Look at him.
Ew.
It's a Snapchat filter. I'm gonna show them, Greg. So,
He's sick.
this is the filter.
He looks like the
He
kid
looks
in your
like a
class that
kid.
you just hate because he like he's rich and gets whatever he
think
wants.
Kinda
Like
looks adorable. I
No.
bet you.
he probably
Oh
looked like
my
his
God.
big head.
I love that. Oh my God. So, hold on.
I believe in
hold
love
on.
at first sight.
Wait,
with
let's
Baker.
go back. We
Okay.
missed so many. Okay, do you believe in true soulmates? I love this. Why would anyone leave? Oh my God, Marnie, thank you. Do you believe in like astrology and stuff like that? Signs being compatible and not? Or yes, I do actually. Haley, that's a wink for you, Dorothy. First time viewer, hello. Thanks for joining us. Jack, is college what you thought it would be?
No,
Yeah.
I chose the wrong
Discuss.
school, but it's okay.
Okay, no, you chose the right school to determine
That
what
it's
you
not
like.
the right school.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally
Sorry,
it.
all positive vibes.
It's good.
Can't wait till summer. But
Spring break.
I haven't really had a real college experience, to be honest, because there's literally nothing to do on campus at all, unless you want to go make paninis or snow globes. So you could do that.
Yeah, their freshman like event was either panini making
And snow globe making
or
was
snow
pretty
globe
lit.
making.
I heard. I didn't be able to make it, but I heard it was fun.
You had a prior commitment.
Yep.
For the snow globe.
Playing
we can
Xbox.
Make snow globes. Yeah, so he is looking to transfer for the fall.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you for that question, Maria. James.
Maybe that was a wink that I should just go to OC this semester because the school. God, I'm gonna put Mount St. Vincent on blast. Everybody, make sure they will not answer any of my emails, so I don't know my class schedule, and I haven't. So, if any one of you want to rudely email them, please do. No apologies here. You could say my name as well because I'm over it.
Yes, but part of the problem is that one of your parents hasn't paid your tuition. So.
No, but you said you paid the whole. So, but still, like, I should be able to. Because me and Molly's sister were talking about this, and just to get off topic. We'll talk about it
later. James is asking, are you uncomfortable telling people your mother talks to dead people? Do you tell people?
Mm-hmm. I told Ethan the other day, and he was like, I don't really believe that. I was like, well, go to a show and you'll believe it.
Yeah, invite
but
him.
It's kind of, he wants to go. It's kind of weird. Like, yeah. I just say you're a medium, psychic medium. If they don't know what it is, then I'm not going to explain it.
Do you know your audience, though? Like, who not to say that to? Like, don't tell
really,
anybody.
Like religious people?
School. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. You can say whatever you want. That's a good question. How about love at first sight? Do you believe people can just know when they first meet? I do believe that.
I knew Baker was mine.
Yeah, that's true.
No lie.
I did, too.
I have it on video. I looked at him. I was like, I'm going to take you home.
I remember you showing me that video 2 weeks before, and I was like, oh, he is cute, but no way. That is a true story. But yes, I do think people do have love at first sight, and I love that. Other than Baker, I've never had that. No, and you.
Wow.
No,
Sorry, Greg.
and I weren't love at first sight. No, it definitely was not that for us at all.
What about Dad? Dad just didn't stun you in his looks? Well, question, if it's love at first sight, does that mean, like, The Notebook. Have you ever seen the movie The Notebook?
No.
Bro, that movie, no lie, I don't want to sound like a girl, saddest movie I've ever seen. But, like, they were love at first sight, connected just like that, and then something happened, they left, but they ended up together. So does that mean if you're love at first sight, like, you're going to be together?
Eventually together, I think so. Yeah, I do.
Notebook's a very good movie.
When someone did tell me about your dad asking, like, his friend said, hey, Drew wants to ask you out.
The wingman move.
And I was like, yeah, tell him you didn't get to talk to me right now. That was my answer. But there was a voice in my head that said, I feel like I have to. So
For me.
Yes, I really do feel like I had to. So I'm paying off a shit ton of karma from another lifetime. I had to throw that in there. No, I love your dad because he brought you guys to me.
Brought me to you.
That's it.
Brought me to you.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. It's where the buck stops there. He's probably listening, actually. He has a knack for jumping on here, actually. But anyway, oh my God, Dorothy. Carol Bowman, your husband and son were in your past life, not Haley. Isn't that interesting? Which might be why she also passed this lifetime. But did you have any lifetimes that you and Haley were in, or did you just go through one lifetime with her? Lucy said, you two remind me of me with my 3 teens. I love that. That's why I love teenagers, because you could really say anything and they have their own personality, and I don't have to, like, censor myself too much. Do you think it's a possibility that Jack might grow into some mediumship type abilities or be open to it later on?
I don't think you could really be open to it.
No?
I think it just, if you have it, I feel like you have to use it. Like, who the heck has that? And you're like, I'm going to keep this a secret. That's weird.
A lot of people do.
Probably, that's why people become psychopaths. They probably haven't, and they just don't release it.
Well, no, people who, like, hear voices and become psychopaths are
no, I know,
psychopaths.
But yeah. I don't know. I feel like you're a weirdo if you don't. Like, if I was able to tell you something that you wouldn't know unless I told you and I wasn't, it's kind of an a-hole move right there.
Right.
Like, yeah.
If someone's asking for it. I know, but a lot of people don't. They don't say it for a lot of reasons. Gracie said she was paying attention to how connected we are, so the whole finishing each other's sentences was good.
Okay.
Greg said WTF about me showing
This
with the
picture.
Snapchat. I do look
No,
like Jack.
that was your Snapchat thing. He said
yeah.
WTF too.
Oh my gosh. Greg looks like an elf. The eyes are the windows of the soul. What's Greg's soul saying? He is saying WTF.
By punching the air up there.
Susan's hysterical. University of Albany, here you come. That's my vote too. Jack, what sport is Conor McGregor in?
UFC. MMA.
Which is
mixed martial arts.
Fighting. They punch each other and they bleed.
And make a lot of money. Yeah. And he's the best to ever do it. Just put that in there.
Yes, Gary V. Did you tell me about Gary V? Jack, look into Gary V. You'll find your next path. Or Ben told me about Gary V. Look him up on Instagram. Good one, Carolyn. Jack's younger brother, Ben, got me hooked onto Gary V. So look him up on Instagram. He's very inspiring. College is no longer a requirement. Oops, I didn't read that part, Carolyn. Ixnay on that for now. He is college material.
I don't think so anymore.
Yeah, you are. You're super bright. He's just like me, super bright. No, but you can do school. You can hear what the teacher says. Like if she says 10 sentences, you heard half of one. You know the context.
I would be able to do that if I had good professors at Mount St. Vincent. Please hire better professors. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Your son likes boxing. MMA too.
Jesus.
I know. Marnie said he believed that true. My husband told me he knew the first time he saw me. That's adorable.
That's very smooth. Too.
Yeah, but
that's smooth right there.
Marnie,
I'm gonna use that one. Tamale.
Tamale, yeah. Did actually Molly's mom knew.
I know. Yeah, she did. That is true.
I believe that too. My husband told me. What? Why am I reading that over? Marnie, did you feel the same way about him? There's the question.
And then that's love at first sight right there.
Right. Notebook is great. I married my high school sweetie. See,
that is a good movie.
It is.
I don't cry, and I cried. I'm not gonna lie. Guys can make fun of me. I don't care. I have feelings.
That makes you a strong man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I have to run. Had fun tonight. Good night, Lauren. Thank you. Husband works at SUNY Albany. See? I vote for Albany. My husband and I knew there was an attraction, but I wouldn't say love at first sight. But he's absolutely my soulmate and the love of my life. I think it just happens different for everyone. I agree. Colleges in Boston. Boston's a great city, like Harvard.
She said no. Did she like
him? No. That's great. I thought he was drop dead handsome. Oh, yeah. Totally, if you could do school and learn from Gary V, hustle. Hustle.
I do hustle. How do you think I pay for my own stuff? I sell my shoes. I don't know. Sold my socks once. A couple pairs of Elite socks. Made a lot of money. I don't know. They were like limited edition socks, and I sold them.
Probably for a fraction of what I paid for them.
Probably, yeah. But that is hustling if you think about it. Get you to buy me something and make money. True. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I'm sorry.
That's messed up. There's some karma for that. It's all right. You're perfect. Lori says, I knew with my boyfriend, he asked me for a hug and gave me Christmas socks. And that was that. You had me at the Christmas socks. You had me at Hello? Do you know that movie? No. Okay. Gary Hustle. Let's see. I went to SUNY Albany for master's. Great school in town. It is a really great town. He has his own definition. Ben is the hustler. Ben is the hustler. He hustles for sure. School feels like forever. It's not. You'll look back and say, wow, that did go quick. And then you'll hit 25 and the years will fly by.
This whole semester did go fast.
It did.
The first semester did, yeah. And this break was long as hell. It was very long. Who the heck gives us a 2-month break? I don't know.
I know. Jack originally wanted to go for chiropractic. Is that still the same? Or
I don't know. I'm feeling police officer recently.
No, you're just doing a cop-out. Oh, get it? No pun intended, a cop-out. That's hilarious. And here's the thing. Cops, that's an amazing profession. I just think you're doing it because you're choosing it because it's like when I say the easy route, I'm not saying it's an easy to be a cop. Actually, it's probably the worst job, I think, the hardest job. But I'm saying for him, he wants to get out of school and not do biology. So he's going to, and he's very good at history and criminal justice and all that.
Yeah.
How about being a profiler and live my dream?
What's that?
FBI profiler. like Criminal Minds, the show that
I
I'm
don't like
addicted
that
to.
show.
I would love for you to be a profiler. I'm just
Like
kidding.
you
The
like
FBI. That's so cool.
that's a lot of school.
Yeah, but you could do the school. That's the thing. And it feels like forever. And if you learn nothing else from Greg and I, it's do your school, get established, live your life.
I wish Molly's mom was on here.
I know. I'm surprised she's not tonight. She usually is.
She's probably busy.
Deborah, I love your aura. I need to book a reading with you. Well, thank you, Gracie. I love that you said that. Jack, I love your energy. Look at that, back to back. Any man who could admit to a crying at the Notebook is my kind of human. It's true. I like Jack and his honesty. It's good to see a young man who obviously makes his mom proud, ridiculously proud. Truly, truly, truly. Like, you're like a normal dude in my mind. Like,
Nice.
You're good. You're perfect. You are.
Cool.
That was my love
Not
at first
perfect
sight.
enough to.
You were my first love at first sight.
What?
When you were born, you were my first love at first sight. It's like he was born, and they put the baby on you, and instantly I felt this warm body on me, and I was like, oh my God. My first thought was I can never die. I was like, oh my God, now I can't die because this little human needs me. But now that you're getting older, I can die, right? Soon? No, not soon. Not soon. Just kidding. Like, long time.
That's how I felt with Baker. I was
Love
like, I gotta take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal Minds is my favorite. I'm obsessed with Criminal Minds. Okay, I have a senior daughter, Yukon. She's not happy. My high school senior daughter thinking Marist for fall. Marist actually, cool. Ben is thinking of Marist too.
Really?
Yep.
I wouldn't want to like pay all that money just to be here though. Close. Like I wish Mount St. Mary was in like
a cool place,
Connecticut or something. But like I've been in Newburgh my entire life.
Right.
Like I don't want to stay
here. And I
here.
don't want you to stay here. I want us to get out of here. Us meaning you and me later on. P.S. Tomorrow's National Hugging Day. Happy hugging, and now I'm signing off. Good night, Lori. Promise. Sorry, I keep coughing. I'll be at the next gallery. Oh, good, Carolyn. And my advice is don't take the easy way. Go for your dreams.
I don't know if that's my dreams anymore, though.
That's fine if that's not your dream, but I don't think you should put something in place just to throw something in place. You know what I mean? No dying. I'm just kidding. I'm not dying. I am not dying. I'm going to be like my grandmother, and like who said she wished she was ready to go, like since she's like 40, and she lived to 100. So if I keep saying I'm ready to go, that means I'm going to live to 100. Does Baker go back to school with you?
No, he's going to stay here.
Yes. I'll take good care of him.
Plus
oh my gosh. This was a fun night, and I'm glad you got to join me.
Yeah. Better than doing laundry. Cleaning my room.
And cleaning your room. But please don't ask me to do laundry later for you. Well, you
I always,
ask me.
come on.
Yeah, you do.
Don't
he does his
like,
laundry.
Don't
I
act
know.
on this live.
No, I don't do that shit. No. They've been good. They do their own laundry, all three boys, because I can't keep up with it. Check out Gary V. Absolutely. SUNY Albany is good. Marnie, I've had this cough since Thanksgiving, and it's driving me crazy. But you guys, think about everything. Please watch Two Popes. And for those of you who are coming to the retreat on Italy, and I only have one more spot, and I have one more person interested in the spot.
Can I go?
So, not this time. Maybe another time. What was I saying? Definitely, if you're on my retreat to Italy, make sure you watch Two Popes, because it'll be even more relevant when we get there. I have my ETA, my most intense energy class, starting at the end of March. So for those of you who have not taken that but keep asking me about it, that is my 6-week intensive energy class where we feel energy, we learn what energy is, we learn how to understand, feel energy within the first 2 hours. And then from there, we do a lot of inner energy work where we dredge up the old stuck emotional energy within us. We recondition our minds and we set new intentions and new visions. It's super, super, super powerful. So it's part 1 of my 4-part series. It starts, I only allow 15 people to join it. So that's in March. Look on my website for that. Next gallery is at Poughkeepsie Grand, January 29th, but I'll be on here before then. What else do I have coming up? I don't know. Jack goes back to school on Wednesday. Marnie, I am leading a retreat in July 16th to the 25th, starting in Rome, and then we spend the rest of the week in Umbria at a private residence, and there's only 11 participants, so we have 10 already, and my assistant Michelle, who was at the gallery yesterday, and I will be leading this unbelievable experience in Italy. So there's that. Nicole said take ETA, and all of that information on my website. And you can always email my office, which is info, like information, info at beingknowingdoing.com. I will see you guys next week. Jack will not be here, but we'll have you come back on. I think you're a popular addition to the show.
I am, definitely.
Yeah,
I think I should get compensated for this time.
I think you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I should, like $10.
I think you did already. Yes, Christina, let me know when you do get that wink. Good night, Sue. Good night, everybody. And I will see you all next week.
Oh, wait, and James, we're going to be in contact because I want that picture.
Yes, you can contact each other on Facebook.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Good night, everybody. Have a great week. Set good intentions, meditate a little bit, and watch Two Popes. See you next Monday.